Welcome to the Crypto Campfire. They're just two guys sitting in front of a mic asking you to love them. Mitch and the Professor. Featuring special guest Snow's Crypt.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Campfire podcast. This is the Professor.
And Mitch.
And today we're talking with Kim, aka Snow's Crypt. She's a marketing associate at BeatzCoin. But before we start talking to Kim, let's take a look at the crypto news from the Crypto Gent.
Thanks, Professor. Hello, Crypto Campfire listeners, and welcome to the cryptocurrency news in the flash with the Crypto Gent. Bitwise says Facebook's Libra moved Bitcoin and crypto 3 years ahead of schedule. IBM launches new blockchain platform for supplier data management. There's a report coming out that says around 300 addresses only contain a total of 80% of the whole of Tether supply. That's the cryptocurrency news in a flash with the Crypto Gent. Back to you, Professor.
Thanks a lot, Crypto Gent. So Mitch, what's going on today?
Oh, my Twitter's just been blowing up. The notifications are just off the hook. Crazy.
It's been a great day, busy day.
It has been. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on for us with knobs.
Oh yeah, making some big progress on that. We're about to pick a name here pretty soon, I think. So
yeah, I think we should actually start calling it formerly known as knobs for now.
Right, formerly known as knobs. No BS Crypto, aka a terrible ticker name for a token.
Right. And so yeah, there's that going on. That was fun creating our structure today. I thought that was a huge step forward.
Oh yeah.
Actually naming our managerial staff within the admin group. So that was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, we got a lot more to go too. We've got a lot of people who have reached out and want to help. So we've got a lot of new team members to add, and
cool.
It's getting it's about to take off. I'm looking forward to this.
How exciting. My only question is, how are we going to live up to our I guess what you'd want to call it perversion that we were going to be just guiding this project and focusing on the campfire. That's the only thing that remains to be seen, you know?
It's one of those things. There's going to be some give and take. We're going to have a lot of work going into both of these endeavors.
Right.
But we've got an amazing community. We've got a really strong community, and we have a lot of people who are on deck and ready to help out. So we've already got guys in the Slack working on getting the bot situation going for the Telegram to keep the spam out. And
good.
We're working on getting the rest of the stuff put together with Ben for the review platform and kind of getting some of that ordered together. And now that we've got the positions named, we're ready to start getting the name picked out. We can start getting the logo and start working on the new branding, get the new website going, get the Telegram renamed. And I mean,
man, we're flying.
Up at a time, man. Yeah.
We're flying.
But
good times ahead.
Slow. Keep baby steps and
that's right. That's right. So you told me today you ordered some more merchandise for the merch store. I'm excited about that.
A whole bunch of stuff coming for St. Louis, so we can. Nice. I had 2 or 3 people say that they wanted some merch store stuff to be there that they can buy there in St. Louis. So I figured, I've got some mugs coming and some hats and a bunch of T-shirts, and we've got a 1 can koozie sample showing up. That's I shouldn't say sample, just one to show because they're a little slow.
Order by.
I don't know if it's going to be here on time, so just wanted to order one, but. Yeah, we've got a bunch of new cool stuff. There's a bunch of different T-shirt designs and stuff like that. So
that T-shirt design of all of us, the individual T-shirts for the gent, for yourself, for me,
right.
and the mugs. Dude, those are sick. That is going to be so fun. Oh my God. I'm definitely going to have a mug of each of us just because that way each day I get to sip out of a different one, man, Oh
yeah. And there'll be a set of 4. I'm going to make one that's just the same style, but it'll have the Campfire logo instead of our faces on it. So we'll have a whole set of 4. You get 1 Campfire, 1 Crypto Gent, 1 Professor, and 1 Mitch.
Right. Now the fun competition between us, even if we have bobbleheads, see which one sells the most.
There we go.
It'll be you. It'll be you.
Crypto Gent, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right. Whatever.
All right. Without further ado, let's bring it back around to Kim. So Kim, what's going on? Welcome to the show. First off.
Hi,
absolutely.
Guys.
How are you?
Me.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
So let's start by kind of figuring out how you got into crypto in the first place. So I know you're working with BeatzCoin now. I know you've been in crypto for a reasonable amount of time, but how did you get here? How did you find it? And what are you doing other than BeatzCoin?
Oh gosh, I'm doing so many things. I joined crypto or found out about crypto in July 2017, right before the run. My son was unwell in hospital and a friend of mine told me about it, and I had heaps of time to research and buy crypto, and Litecoin was the first coin I bought, and then I moved on to Tron and a few other things as well. So yeah, that's pretty much, it was that simple. And I come from an accounting background, so it was easy for me to get my head around pretty early on.
Nice. That's awesome. How's your son doing now?
Oh, he's great.
Much better.
He's really good now. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So how'd you get involved with BeatzCoin then?
I met Alex, who is running our Artist Accelerator program just on Twitter, I believe. Might have been Telegram. And we got talking, and then I ended up meeting Steve, and then I was signed to the team in late September last year.
Awesome. So you've been in with BeatzCoin for quite a while then. That's pretty close to the beginning, right? Because I mean, Tron didn't launch their platform until summer of last year. So
yeah, it was fairly close. I think I'm not actually really sure the exact date BeatzCoin started. I know they were on another platform before moving to Tron.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting. I'm really looking forward to all of this this release. I mean, I haven't been involved with the project near as long as 95 or 98% of the community, I'm sure. But just from the involvement that I've had, I'm excited to see it come to fruition. And the same thing with the VibraVid platform. That means that we're going to be on it, and the Campfire. So that's exciting for us from a user standpoint, and from content creator standpoint. That's where our excitement lies. And then beyond that, from just a general crypto standpoint, seeing this actually start in the space and exist for people to enjoy, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I mean, we're really, really excited about the releases coming up. Our platform's very close to launching now. And we have probably over 400 artists ready to go on our platform for launch, and they come from all different areas, which is great. It's not just music.
Yeah, we got the Crypto Campfire podcast lined up for that too, I believe.
Yes, you do.
Heck yeah. Stoked about that. Like I said, we haven't been involved with the BeatzCoin community like very long at all. I think he heard about it just slightly after I did, like when we all kind of started talking. And I kind of saw it popping up on Twitter a little bit now and then. Yeah, a few people that I recognized from the Tron community were sort of mentioning BeatzCoin and VibraVid and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a whole ton going on with the No BS crypto transition and starting the podcast and things like that when I first started hearing about it. And so I hadn't really researched it much. And then it wasn't too long ago that you were talking about the Artist Accelerator program, and I started taking a closer look at it. At that point, I already had a small amount of BeatzCoin, actually, because I got a notification from my Tron wallet that was like, today's the last day to buy some BeatzCoin. And, I remembered hearing about it on Twitter, and I was like, what the hell? Buy a little bit worth. And so then I saw you talking about the Artist Accelerator program, and it caught my attention. Started looking into it, and it looks like a really good opportunity, and I'm kind of excited to get started with that.
Yeah, we're really excited. Artists can control the price of their product as well. So they can retain complete ownership without having managers or other people controlling their content. So at first it was going to be just music, but now it's like branched out to content creators and musicians and DJs and gosh, so many different things. And we love the direction it's taking.
Heck yeah. When you spread it out like that, it just reaches so many more and so many different people and so many different genres of information, so to speak. So many different genre platforms. It's pretty exciting for sure.
Definitely, especially without content censoring and all that sort of thing. I think it'll be a hit with everybody. Well, hopefully. So we shall see once the Campfire's on there.
You got to be a little more positive than that. I mean, with as much energy as you guys put into anybody that puts the amount of energy that projects like yourself or projects like the project that the professor and I have been in or other projects that, actually succeed, when you put that much energy into something and that much love and just utter belief, it's gonna succeed. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of getting it out there. Once it gets out there, it's gonna be infectious. There's no question about it. And I just feel that when that much energy and positivity is put into something, it cannot fail. It just can't. I just don't believe it.
Well, we don't think it will fail either. I just don't like to blow my own horn too much. But I'm pretty positive.
It's a rare quality these days.
It is. But, we blow it the best, really, if you think about it. Well, nobody blows our horn like we do. I mean, come on.
Yeah, very true. Very true. I mean, I probably should, but, I just think it speaks for itself. And I love our project. And I'm really proud to be part of it. And I think that we're onto something big. And there you go. I just blew my trumpet.
Perfect.
But yeah.
Well, there's a big need for that type of thing right now. There's so few content distribution platforms that people actually use. And so there's this huge monopoly on content distribution, and the content creators have like zero control over any of it. So, the concept of a decentralized content distribution platform is something that we talk about on this show a lot. It's an important thing, and not just from like a media standpoint, like I shouldn't say media, but from like music or video standpoint, but also from a wider perspective. There's so many different types of content distribution out there that really don't have much support. Like there's so many different things, and everybody's so monopolized right now with YouTube and Spotify and iTunes, and it's just such a little narrow niche, but a huge market. So it's nice to see stuff like BeatzCoin coming out that's actually opening this up for artists to control their own content and be their own provider, if you will. So
they can even set their own price too. They can, charge whatever they like. They can post their things for free, or they can put a price to it. So I think that's good as well.
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, you got to have full control as a content creator, and nobody does right now, realistically.
Well, they will soon.
They will soon. I know that email came out this morning announcing that VibraVid is getting really, really close. So I got a little bit excited this morning. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
We're getting close. I mean, to bringing artists on board ready for launch.
Okay, so with the content that people put in, I think the biggest thing is that, you say the creators continue to own and do what they want with their project and with their product that they want to put out there. And I think the main reason that is achievable is because BeatzCoin does not have a structure to where they're the hierarchy in a media platform, right? They're just a provider of a service, and they're a provider of a platform for people to use. Whereas other media groups and other media corporations and incorporations and whatever you want to call it, they're structured as they're the hierarchy. So then they take full ownership or partial ownership or control over your content. And, I think that's the difference right there, is because it's not, unlike traditional platforms such as yours, unlike traditional methods, it's set up to where it's not about the money for you guys. That money comes from elsewhere, not just the content of the creator. So I just think that's what makes it unique, right? And that's what makes it achievable for everybody to be able to use in multifaceted means.
That's one of the important differences too that blockchain enables with these types of platforms. The concept of microtransactions, the ability to reallocate funds in very small amounts and very quickly, whether it's from advertising to content creators, like in BeatzCoin or Vibra or like the Brave browser, or any other type of thing like that. It allows you to have those funds go right to the content creators without ever having to go through all the hoops that you have to go through to transfer real money around. I say real money as in fiat, but it's not easy to set up a platform where very small amounts of money are transferred from advertisers to a content creator. It's just not possible. The fees are so ridiculous for transferring a small amount of money. It just doesn't work. So it's one of the next revolutionary use cases in the crypto space that people aren't looking at hard enough.
I think they will. I think that we're just breaking into this industry and it will blow, and people will realize that, they can get paid direct from the listener, and the listeners can get paid as well. They can earn beats. We're also planning on implementing something like freezing your BeatzCoin for rewards. There are quite a few things on the horizon. I can't really say too much, but we have a lot of announcements coming out in the next few weeks. So it'll make everything clearer for people, I suppose.
So it's only a matter of time until people start really looking into those types of platforms. Like you say, it's people are starting to wake up and they're starting to realize, and as soon as they start to realize that these projects exist and that they're actually coming, like we're so early in this, and you guys are so early in. I mean, how many real content distribution platforms are out there? Like, not very many. Even projects that are being built, there's very few, and out of those very few, some are not going to succeed. So this is still like the very beginning of this little sector of the industry. And I'm really looking to see how it evolves, from every perspective. So it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys have amazing success with BeatzCoin, and I hope it really takes off. I really do.
Thank you. We hope so too. I think it will though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I want to get your recommendation. I know this is weird to ask another person who's working for a token to show me a token other than your own. But we started doing this thing. It's called a gym token. We got the idea from the Rec Podcast guys. And what we do is we ask a guest what their recommendation is, and we go buy $10 of that token. And, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about whether it goes to, like we say, if it goes to zero tomorrow, we don't care. It's a fun game we're going to play, and then if something takes off, then sweet. So show us your gym token.
Other than BeatzCoin, because clearly that would be
other than BeatzCoin.
My shill. Something that's not really hasn't had IEO yet, or something that's already listed, or doesn't it matter?
Technically we're going to try to do this where we buy it at the time that is suggested. So preferably something that's either available now or available very soon.
Okay, so because I can't choose BeatzCoin, I would probably choose Tron ATM.
Okay.
They are an interesting project. They have a Telegram room. You can DM Crypto Hodler, and he will sell you $10 worth of tokens, I'm sure. If not, I can sort that out for you.
Nice. That's awesome. We'll have to make that happen. You won a Bitcoin necklace or something from him in a giveaway a while back, didn't you?
It was a key ring, actually.
A key ring, nice.
And it was lost in the mail, and I received it 4 months later.
Oh no!
In a ripped open envelope and everything. It was crazy. I didn't think I'd ever get it, but I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you got it.
Yeah,
4 months.
definitely.
Wow.
You have a really good memory. Either that or you were stalking me.
Oh, he's a good stalker.
Beforehand. Yeah, there's no memory involved in this. Don't worry.
He's a good stalker for sure. He's a better stalker than I am. He can dig up. I'll tell you what, this guy can dig up some shit. You'd be like, where in the hell did you get that from? He slammed those guys from Wrecked Podcast about some shit, and they both just died. Like, how did you get a hold of that information? It was awesome. I love it. I love it.
That deep, I just kind of scroll back through Twitter, and sometimes if I go far enough back, I can find some interesting stuff from before we're involved in crypto. But
we almost need to start calling you Professor Gadget instead of Inspector Gadget.
We could do that.
There you go. We'll have to have Money make me a profile picture. Professor Gadget.
So Kim, it says here you like to cook. What's your favorite food to cook?
To cook? Probably roast lamb, as you'd probably know from all my tweets.
Roast lamb, huh?
Mm-hmm. The Australian way. Yeah.
How's that?
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, just loaded with garlic and hot mustard and things that make you go.
That sounds pretty good.
Hot mustard, huh?
Hot mustard. And when I visited the US, I was very disappointed that no places that I ate had hot mustard. Like, come on, step your game up. Serious.
No, that's true. Like, there's not hardly anybody that's actually got hot mustard other than like the Chinese restaurants.
That's really crazy.
It's weird, but I mean, I love hot mustard. I make it all the time for various things, whether it's like Chinese style or sweet hot mustard for ham or whatever. But I don't know. I think it's an amazing thing. There should be more of it. And I never really realized that it wasn't available most places until you said it. But that's crazy.
Well, I noticed because I'd never been to the US before. And, if you have a steak or something, you need hot mustard. Come on, you can't eat it without. And the restaurants looked at me like I was weird. So,
well, I must say I never put hot mustard on a steak, but I do eat horseradish on a steak, and that's not that far off. So,
it really isn't.
Close.
I can see that. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. The brand is Beaver, believe it or not, but Beaver hot mustard makes the best hot mustard at the grocery stores in my town. So that's what I have. I'll have to cook up a steak tomorrow. And
it was certainly interesting going through the grocery store in the US. It's very different to over here. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, we have, we get our like spicy mustard or whatever from the local farmers market. But I've never really ran into it too much in the stores either. I like it. I like mustard in general, but spicy mustard or making your own with some horseradish. Yeah, I like horseradish. So,
I'm wondering at this point if it's that much of a staple there, do you usually just buy the powdered mustard and then make your own when it's ready, or do you buy it pre-made?
Depends. If I'm like entertaining and having a dinner party, I make everything from scratch. But if it's like a nightly dinner after school and work and everything, I just use a jar.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Sometimes it's not worth the effort.
Sometimes you just don't have that time.
Yeah.
To put it out, but on weekends I do. Yeah, sometimes. Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I never have time.
Hell no. What is time anymore but a lost art? It's a lost luxury, I think.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like there's just not enough time in any day anymore.
No. It just means life's going to go by that much faster. Interesting.
It does. I think the older we get, the faster it goes.
Yeah. It's like that you're on that downhill slope, and it's just picking up speed as you go. Ah! Damn it.
Hopefully.
Soapbox.
I want to get back on the ticker ride up, man. Fuck this downhill slide. Oh, shit.
It's good. Well, if you buy better tokens, you don't have that problem as much.
Ouch. I felt that all the way in Michigan.
Bags, see, I can't even really bitch because you have good shit. So
I do have good shit. I don't hold any really. I mean, what I would consider a shit coin. I got a lot of shit coins, but not really shit coins. They're all good projects. So I'm solid with what I hold. So I'm not. It's just a matter of time when I get into good positions on them. I'll probably end up taking them into. Converting them into Bitcoin and leaving them there.
There you go.
That's my ultimate goal. Let these things pump me up, make some money, and put that stuff trade it. Let me rephrase that. Let me exchange my tokens for Bitcoin. How's that? See, there's a wordage there that you have to be careful with, I think, anymore. And I'm no longer going to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to trade for Bitcoin because trading fiat for Bitcoin is, well, we're not going to get into that today, but that could be one hell of a rabbit hole at that point. So
yeah, we'll save that for the tax experts next time we have tax experts.
Right. So what kind of a beach do you live nearby?
What kind?
Yeah, what kind of a beach is it? Is it like oh, I guess no, there's not. There's multiple kinds of beaches. Mean? So Well, like, are they family beaches? Are they beaches for, is it just mostly where young people hang out, or, what kind of beach is it? I know we got different beaches around here. Yeah.
Yeah. Our town where I live is named Cairns, and it's in North Queensland of Australia, and it's a very tropical place, very similar to Florida's weather. And we're very transient. We have a lot of tourists and so on. So I would say it's usually filled with tourists, unless, of course, the other places to go where the locals go. So there's different.
That's places. Where the party's at.
Yeah.
That's where tourism's
invite only.
But when you're going somewhere and it's just full of tourists, it's like.
It's so annoying.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I live in Bozeman, Montana, and we're like an hour from Yellowstone National Park. So we just get in the summer, like in the winter, there's nobody. It's just dead because it's winter and it's Montana. So nobody wants to come here when there's 12 inches of snow on the ground. But in the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This town's like 30,000 people. So it's small. And we get like 10,000 people from everywhere who want to come see Yellowstone. And then so I can't find a place to park downtown. And, first world problems. I shouldn't bitch too much, but.
Oh, it's frustrating, though. I hear you. We're in between the reef and the rainforest, so we cop both. They're both really popular. But we do have areas that people don't know about that, if you grow up somewhere that you know how to get there. And, that's pretty much what we do, just hang out where the tourists aren't.
Same thing. I've got my favorite places to go up in the mountains, and the tourists don't go up there. The roads are too bumpy. Yeah. Too scared.
Yeah.
But it's good for the economy, though. You got to have money coming in from outside. You can't just circulate your own. It doesn't do that. It doesn't work. So it's good. It's good. But lots of people.
Yeah. Too many people.
Tourism. You said you came to the U.S. You visited Disney. How was that?
I loved it. Disney was amazing. I couldn't believe how big it was. We stayed at the Wilderness Lodge in the cabins.
Nice.
And hired golf buggies and drove around and so on. But yeah, Disney was great. All the people were great. I got to meet some of the BeatzCoin team and some other people from L1. L1's a social group that I'm part of. Isn't really a project at this point, but just a group of people that are social, and we just all chat about different projects and things. That was mainly who I met. They all brought their families. I was by myself, but I still enjoyed it. I just tagged along with people. And it was really nice to make it real, I suppose. BeatzCoin is real, but meeting Steve, the CEO, and Alex and David, it was just kind of concreted it for me. So it was really good. We did a lot of brainstorming as well.
There you go. Mix business and pleasure and amp up your game a little bit, right?
Yeah. Well, Disney's amazing. Like I still think about it and look at photos. I'm a big fireworks fan. So fireworks just blew me away.
No.
Oh yeah. They spare no expense on their fireworks in Disney.
No.
Yeah.
Was that Disney World or Disneyland that you went to?
Disney World.
Disney
it's
World.
in
Florida. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I know you said you went to LA too, so.
Yeah, I didn't make it to LA. I just stuck to Orlando this time. So LA next time. Yeah.
Sweet.
LA and New York and a few other places at Christmas. So it'll be nice.
You're going at Christmas. I was going to say we're going to be in LA in October, but if you're going at Christmas time, you're not going to catch it.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's a shame. It'd be good to catch up to everyone. I have a few more people I'm going to meet.
I'm stoked. I'm shocked that you're going to go to New York in the winter time over Christmas. Are you prepared for that kind of snow?
Well, I hope so. I mean,
and that's funny because it sounds, snow. Are you prepared for snow? Whatever. but
and when I say I've never seen snow, everyone goes, "Well, look in the mirror." And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're hilarious.
There we go. Play on words, right?
Yes, let's do this. But I'm actually, my son is a big adrenaline junkie. I suppose I am too. So we want to go and do a few snow things like skiing and I don't know, what do you call it? Tobogganing or something? everyone's quiet.
Skiing, snowboarding.
Snowboarding. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, there's a lot of things we can do down a hill on snow, but
I'm sure there is.
Poorly always.
We usually do it on grass down a hill with running water, but that's a bit different to actually being in snow and being able to do it properly. So it'll be fun.
Okay, so we've talked about the beach, the community involvement with the black and white photo challenge. Was there a lot of people from the Beats community that participated in that, or did you participate in it? Did you ever get challenged to participate in it? Yada yada.
I was challenged probably 10 times.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I always get tagged in things. I think probably because I engage with people all the time. So if I get tagged, I usually like what they engage me in. I'm a really big on community. I always have been. Yeah, so I was challenged and then I tagged a few people in it and it just kind of spread. I don't even know where it began, to be honest, but it was great. I really enjoyed that. I was in the US at the time, so I was tweeting some interesting places that I'd been to.
It was fun, wasn't it?
When you're visiting somewhere at the time.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely. So I don't know. I like that sort of thing. We probably should get it going again. I think it's stopped now.
Well, let's start it up again. I know I completed mine like 2 weeks ago, and then I haven't really seen much happening on that since then. I'll start another one and tag somebody today, just for shit.
I think it ended up in the Degens feed simply because I tagged "Do I Feel Lucky" on it, and then that went into one of the other guys, and I think that went into Crypto Vape Lord, and I think that went into Fun Face, and it's just like, oh my god, So I think
part of me want to investigate it, but part of me want to stay away as far as
exactly. Yes, exactly. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it too. Exactly.
It's
how
so
I'm thinking
funny.
About it.
You get up in the morning and you've got like 300 notifications on Twitter, and you scroll through and you think, okay, I'll answer that one. No, I'm not touching that one.
Right.
That was the Bitcephus, wasn't it?
Yeah. Some of them I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys, can you even like see what you're tweeting? And then others are just so funny that I just laugh because their sense of humor is very similar to the Australian sense of humor. So it just kind of, I know a lot of people don't find it funny, but my gosh, I do.
I mean,
some of it I can't help but
and get over it, right? I mean, some people, they just, I don't know. You have some fun, relax.
It's really important to try and laugh every day.
Oh, yeah.
And try and laugh and just pay stuff forward. And be kind to people. There's so much nasty on Twitter. It just does my head in. I can't comprehend that. You spend more energy being mean to someone than just giving them a smile or a love heart or whatever, or just scrolling. Just ignore it if you don't like it.
Right. Like it takes so much energy. You spend so much energy engaging with people negatively just because. Like, why do you do that? Just keep scrolling. I don't know.
Nothing good comes of it.
No. Chill out.
Nothing
just
good.
More nasty. And then everyone's left feeling horrible. So
it's like, what's the point? Exactly. What's the point?
Exactly.
That's exactly it.
So my Dengens, I rely on them for my morning laugh usually, and they deliver every time. So
for sure. Some of the shit they deliver, you kind of got to ask yourself, man, that was a good hit or what? I mean, holy shit, where'd that come from? You
wake up in the morning and it's just nothing but Witty and his strawberries. So it's like,
oh yeah, right.
Come on, Witty. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have to.
That introduced me.
You do realize that we're gonna eventually have to challenge Witty for a strawberry tattoo on a specific strawberry tattoo part, right?
Are we?
You do realize that that's coming. I don't know that I ever want to see proof.
The problem is the very.
I don't think I ever want to see proof. But
the picture, it didn't happen tweets, and then,
right? Yeah.
And then like.
Oh God! Here we go. I see another suspension coming.
I think you just challenged him right there, Mitch.
I think we did. Tag him in
Witty, your challenge. Do it.
I couldn't imagine. I'm cringing already. Sorry, Witty, brother. I'm trying to pull it back, but I can't. It's not coming back. I'm sorry. It's already out there. Too late.
It's out there. Yeah,
that's right.
It's pre-recorded, but it's already out there and it's too late. I don't know how to edit anything out. There's no back button. You're SOL.
The edit button just didn't work tonight.
It's broken. I don't know what to tell you. Big red light on it.
It didn't work at all. Oh my gosh.
So Snow, what's your favorite catchphrase?
It would probably be, if you don't take risks in life, you end up working for those who do.
That's a fact.
Bravo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're all doing here, right? We're all trying to make it work on our own without having to work for somebody else.
That's it.
Absolutely. That's the
what
main
a joy
goal.
that can be.
Oh yeah. It's like it's always been something that's been important to me ever since high school. I mean, I started selling shit on eBay in high school because I didn't want to have, a boss. And of course, you end up with a boss anyway. And I've had plenty of jobs everywhere from fast food to retail to IT to you name it. And I've also had plenty of opportunities and ventures on my own, between reselling stuff and repair work. And yeah, it's, you just gotta put the hustle out and go hard and do what you gotta do and keep fighting. Eventually you will find that one industry or that one opportunity that pays off and is what you truly love, and I think we're kind of starting to find that in crypto. We finally found some stuff that we really truly love and are really truly passionate about. And that means so much when you're looking at your entire life. So
definitely it changed my life completely, even to the people that I listen to and talk to and are interested in. 2 years ago I probably would have I was definitely a different person, but the people in crypto Twitter and in crypto in general are amazing. I think the thing that disappoints me the most is that they slam other projects. And, I know I'm predominantly BeatzCoin, but I still will not sit there and go, your project sucks or anything like that, because everyone's working hard. We've all got the same goals. And I just think it's unnecessary. And that disappoints me when I see even on the BeatzCoin feed that people are, it's scam, it's this, it's that. Well, it's not a scam, it's a business and we're working hard. And just like everyone else that is starting out in projects, how do you know it's a scam unless they take off with everyone's money, really?
Yep, right.
I think we should just support each other and be strong together. We've got more to achieve that way.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, that's something that I've really noticed, when we were working with No BS Crypto, was that the difference between the way businesses work in the crypto space and the way they work in the real world, right? So you will, in the normal world, you will build a business, you'll get everything together, and then you put it out there and then people use it, right? Here, we've all had a community that exists. And so we start a new thing and we start getting people into it and bringing people in, whether you are selling coins or not. This No BS Crypto is all totally airdropped, right? So, it's not comparable to like an IPO where you're trying to get people into it before you actually go to market. It's a whole new thing. You start a project, you start getting people in, and then you have people that have to wait until the product is released. And that's the difference. When in the normal world, you build a business and you release it and then people start to use it and you have your community after the fact. And so you have people that are used to that and have never been in any environment where they've had to wait for a business to do anything, much less be invested in it. And once they have their money in it, that's even an extra level on top of that. So you have these people that they just don't understand that. And so they're really impatient. And the minute you're not doing everything that they think that you should be doing in your head, they assume it's a scam. And it's kind of a frustrating thing, but I think it's a growing pain of the industry. And I think eventually as more people start to see this and more projects actually become successful and people start to see that work that has taken so long is actually for a reason. It took long for a reason. You can't build a massive platform overnight, right? So as we mature and as more projects succeed, I think that will back off a little bit. I think there'll be less people that are so quick to call scam and more people that are actually willing to see it for what it is and engage and involve themselves in the project to help it move faster if they want it to move faster. So growing pains, I think we'll get there.
Yeah, I think so. I do. I was reading something the other day between Litecoin and DigiByte, and it was just disappointing, that one was saying something about the other project. And it was just like, guys, you can both exist in this space, like I just don't understand it, I suppose,
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think at the end of the day, it's, when the community's trying to, we're the community, right? And we're trying to spread the adoption of cryptocurrency. So
yeah,
I'm challenging everybody that listens to this and everybody that's on Twitter, for that matter, look into this space from the outside in. What do you see in this space that makes you want to come into this space? Is it the fighting between token families or token communities? Is it the negativity that gets put around? Is it the salt that people put out there because they're jealous of how somebody else does something, or they're not satisfied with the way somebody does something? It's not good enough for them, so therefore it's no good. Does an outsider want to come into this community when they see shit like that? Hell no. I know I wouldn't. You need to see what we are, right? A unified cryptocurrency space, right? A unified community that supports cryptocurrency. It's not about this project or that project. Yeah, those are the projects you're going to put your money into to make an investment. That's fine. But you know what? I'm investing in crypto. I'm investing my time into cryptocurrencies. I'm not investing my time into Bitcoin. I'm not investing my time into XRP or Litecoin or any of them for that matter. I'm investing my time into cryptocurrencies, period. End of story. So, make a choice. Either you want to be in this for you, and that's fine. Be in it for you. Or you can be in it for everybody. And when you're in it for everybody, the rewards are so much greater than the money you can possibly think of and possibly fathom. That's what I find special about it. So sorry, I was on a rant.
No, it's good. It's absolutely right, though. It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
It's there's a perception out there, and we all know it. We all know that everybody thinks crypto is a scam or it's bullshit or it's never going to go anywhere. And
right. So when they come into the space and that's all they see.
Yeah,
or that's what they see.
Turn around, like what? Yeah, no, they show up on crypto Twitter and it's XRP's a scam and Litecoin's a scam and everything is a scam, and so whatever they've seen is now a scam, and so they hate everything again and they're back out. So
right,
it's like a vicious circle, isn't it?
It is.
Circle. We need to appear as a united front, so when people do come into the community, they, feel comfortable enough to make their own choices and say, hey, I do like Litecoin and I do like BeatzCoin and I do like DigiByte, or I don't, or whatever. It doesn't matter what we invest in. It matters how we treat each other, and that we need to be. I've always felt that we need to be more united over the whole crypto front, and I guess that's why I started following you guys, because that's what you believe in too. And I think it's really important that we get the word out there.
Sure. Community is everything. And unity of that community is 1,000% everything. Because without being unified, okay, so like we're going to say, calling a scam for a scam, right? There was a guy today that was posing as Bitcoin Ben, and he followed me on Twitter. And I'm like, wait a minute, Ben already follows me. What? So I texted Ben. I didn't really look close enough at the tweet yet, or at the followers page, I should say. I went and asked Ben. I'm like, did you follow me again? Did you unfollow me? I don't understand. And then somebody said, well, double check. So I went back and I looked, and I'm like, oh, this guy's only got 700 followers. Okay, report. And I blasted it all over Twitter. That's a scam, people. XRP. That's not a freaking scam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you may not like the business plan, but
Right. So what? Okay, don't invest in it. Don't waste your time on it. If it's not for you, move on to something that is, but don't knock it because you don't like it.
That's like saying Ford is a scam because you don't like Ford trucks. Like what?
Exactly.
I don't like Ford trucks.
I mean, I know they circled the problem with it on the front.
Exactly. But they're like, we found
the point is, some people like Ford, some people like Chevy. So what? I'm not going to hate on you because you like Chevy or because you like Ford, whatever, bullshit. So that's the same thing. That's the same thing with here, guys. Okay. And I've said this before, and I think a lot of the problem boils down to the maturity of these people that are acting that way within the space, right? So you get people that are in their early 20s, and nothing against young people because I was there too, right? We all were. But you have a certain what do you call it? Hazing in life, right? A certain trial in life that you go through and you learn from. And until you've lived that trial, you don't know what it's like to get through life yet. You really don't. And in your early 20s, you haven't even begun to face the trials of life. I'm sorry, you just haven't. So that being said, I think there's a lot of immaturity when it comes to that portion of what happens within the space. And that's what needs to change. And these young people need more wisdom from people such as us, people that have lived more life and can be able to put that wisdom in their face and say, listen, grasshopper, come here. I got something to show you. This is how you need to do it, right? Don't be an asshole. You don't have to be. You can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar any day. So, once people start to see that, and I think positivity being so infectious, I think the more positivity people are fed, the more positivity people see, the more integrity-based people that people have the opportunity to follow. I think it's just going to continue in that fashion, because one thing breeds the same. In other words, positivity breeds positivity, but negativity breeds negativity. So, until you change that cycle, it's going to continue. And I think it starts with the older generation. I think it starts with the more mature, more experienced generation. And trust me, guys, this has nothing to do with you per se. I'm just using it as a general statement because I was there. I lived it. I was 22 once, and I didn't know near as much as I know now. So looking back, yeah, I could have changed a lot of things. So anyways, enough of the philosophy of Mitch. One last question for you, Snow. If you could make one body part detachable, which would it be, and what would you use it for?
Oh,
I love it.
God.
Thank you, Professor. I love this question.
Oh, geez. I don't even know if I can answer that.
Oh, you can answer it. It might take you a while. You'll answer it.
It'll take me a while, all right. What would I detach and what would I use it for? My voice isn't a body part, is it? I really don't know.
There's only 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I know.
Ask Lever.
Lever 2000, isn't it?
Yeah, 2000. Sorry. With over 2,000 body parts.
Can't you remember your 90s commercials? Jesus.
No. God, I guess I can't.
You guys are terrible doing this to me.
What day is it today?
No, to be fair, we asked David if a penguin walked into a bar wearing a cowboy hat, why is he there?
I heard that.
Yeah, so at least we're nicer than that.
And it's only one body party, too, isn't it? It can't be like.
Let's just say you can have.
I guess it could
body
be
parts
a pair of body parts, but
body parts. Go for it.
Well, I guess it'd be my leg because then I can walk around the world, encouraging more adoption for crypto. There you go.
So your legs are going to walk around encouraging adoption for crypto. That's amazing.
All by themselves? You must have some incredible legs.
Yeah, they're gonna carry everything you need for adoption and carry it around the world.
So you're just
they're gonna create the statement all by themselves.
Oh, you guys, I tell you, payback.
16 pockets on each leg. A little cryptocurrency adoption card.
My legs are fairly long, So
yeah, you got all kinds of real estate.
Well, there you go.
And at the same time, you can sit at home and do Twitter while your legs explore the world, right?
Absolutely. Perfect. I can be on the crypto podcast.
Exactly.
Oh my Lord. Exactly. On that note.
That's awesome.
Before we get down another rabbit hole.
You know what? You should ask that question in the beginning, because then that makes people not so nervous, I think.
There you go.
Really?
Maybe we'll start asking every questions at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
good
hopeless.
Call.
Yeah. I'm actually quite shy. You wouldn't believe it, but I am. And
no, you wouldn't believe it.
No.
I couldn't tell a bit.
Thanks.
No. We didn't have to use that big of a rope to drag that shit out of you. Come on.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm just not used to talking about myself. I like talking about other people in the sense of, like crypto adoption and community and things like that. So, yeah.
Well,
I'm not.
I think all those things are important, but so is getting to know and understand the individuals behind those things, right? Oh, and and that's what I think the professor and I believe in, is that this isn't as much about crypto, this podcast, as it is about us, right? Us, the people, the people that are into crypto, why we're into crypto, how you got into it, and more about the individual, because, it's all these individuals that make up this incredible, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And that's why we put front and center on the new webpage, which isn't quite out yet, but front and center on the new webpage is experience the community for a reason. It's like, that's the real beauty of the crypto space, is the community. Like, the projects are great. It's amazing tech and it's incredible what's happening. But without the community, and community,
they wouldn't exist.
Teams, right? But without that, it wouldn't exist. Exactly. And it would not grow as fast as it does. Everybody is playing off of each other and learning from each other and building off of each other. And there's that subset of people who are negative, but if you exclude them and you just focus on building, there's an amazing system of people and just this incredible community of people building amazing stuff together. And it's incredible. I'm so happy to be part of this place.
Right.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm proud to be part of the community too. I love our community. I always have.
Yeah.
I think we can do great things.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think, that being said, the community coming together and, sharing that experience, it's hard to put into words, really, the feels that I get from interacting with people, or people interacting with me in a positive way. It's a weird, I don't want to say weird, it's a special feeling, that you get from what I pride the community that I follow on, and that's being selfless, putting others ahead of you and not being focused on your happiness, but allowing your happiness to happen because of the happiness of others. I think that's just something.
Well, it makes you happy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Makes you happy. Like when I pay things forward, people have called me a scammer, and I give stuff away. Like,
right?
I held giveaways from my own pocket, and I give stuff away, and they go, "Oh, you're a scam." And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm giving stuff away, but I'm giving it away, to pay it forward, because I feel blessed. I feel like, life has blessed me within the community, and I like to pay things forward, and it makes me feel happy and good when I do that. So, and I think there's so many people in this space that are like that. And that's why I'm here, because we can make a difference, I think.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
One of us at a time. And I think once an individual does that, once somebody pays it forward, once somebody does something for another person that just totally makes their day and feels what that's like, if they've never been in that situation, you're almost hooked. It almost becomes.
It's a good.
It is a good feeling, and it becomes that drive for your existence. I want to do this, and when you get to that point, it's like a steamroller. You just picked up speed and momentum, and it's just going to flourish. So, yeah, I I've experienced so many positive things in this space. It's just incredible. And the most positive thing I think I've experienced is everybody that's been a part of our community, that's been a part of the Campfire community, the professors community, and mine as well. All combined. The sky's the limit. It just really is.
That's the understatement of the year. That's the understatement. We're going to the freaking moon, man. We're going to the sky.
Right? Hey, I'll share my seat. I don't know about the professor, but I'm sharing my seat. I got room for 2.
He's
or 3 or 4.
I didn't say
he is, isn't he? He said he didn't share. I was like, what?
That's all right, Mitch. I'll sit next to you. We'll just blow him off.
there you go. It'll be one hell of a ride.
Fine.
It'll be a hell of a ride to the moon.
Elon Musk, come on. I need your help.
Yeah, there you go.
Send me to the moon. It's been a good time, Kim. We're glad to have you on the show. We have to do this again. Absolutely. We're looking forward to VibraVid coming out. It's going to be an amazing month. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up. It's crazy. So we're looking forward to everything that you guys have going on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Understatement. Sorry, it's an understatement.
It's just the accent, Mitch. I know.
Oh yeah, that totally did it for me.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, Mitch has an app that is in an Australian voice, don't you, Mitch?
Oh, really?
Yeah, my phone, Siri. Siri on the Apple phone.
Uh-huh.
I programmed my Siri to speak in a Australian female's voice. I don't know, just because it was unique and different. I like my wife looks at me, what the hell is that? Everybody that hears it go, what is that? I'm like, that's Australian. I'll turn that shit off. I'm like, oh, I like it.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is. It's fun. So then what do they do? Then they turn on the male version of, oh yeah, my Siri's male. It's like, okay. Good times. Kim, it's been awesome having you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to everything that's coming from your project. We look forward to definitely speaking with you again. Who knows, our world tour coming up. And I say this like it's a definite thing, but you know what? It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, how, and where. And I think the where is gonna be everywhere. And I think the when might be sooner than later. And I think the how is because it's all about drive. We're gonna do this. So, who knows? Maybe our paths will cross in Australia. Maybe they'll cross at a summit somewhere. You never know, but that day will happen.
It definitely will.
So you have a great evening, and it was awesome having you on the show. Thank you again.
You have a good night.
Good night.
So that was a good podcast. I was really looking forward to learning some more about BeatzCoin and VibraVid.
Yes, definitely.
I'm excited about this platform.
Oh, I'm stoked. I mean, just for the sheer potential of it, for the fact of all of these positive content providers, these people that are putting out great content, for us being able to take our content and put it forward into another platform is just freaking sick. I mean, it's awesome.
It's really exciting to be able to use a blockchain-based platform to distribute our blockchain show, right? So,
right
now it's just on Spotify and iTunes and all those guys, and all totally centralized big corporations. And so, yeah, it's exciting to have that alternative platform, and I think it's going to really open some opportunity. I haven't looked closely into their, development and what they're, all the details of the platform, but from the little bit that I've heard about it, I'm really excited about it.
Oh yeah, this is going to be insane. No, it was a great evening, and we touched on a lot of good content. We touched on a lot of good topics. And I think just the ones that we're most passionate about, which is our community. We could go on for hours talking about our community, because there's so much positive that comes from it.
For real, I mean, the community has inspired everything that we're doing, basically. So
yeah, no question.
Including No BS Crypto and the podcast, it's all totally inspired by we wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for the community. Period. So
hell no. Why? So we could listen to ourselves?
I mean,
whatever.
Chamber might do that.
Right? Yeah, Chamber. Yeah, he's all about recording, and
we've heard the stories. He
yes,
himself out and listen.
That guy. Oh my God, that podcast was incredible. I loved it. I loved it. Those guys were awesome. So now I'm waiting for the invite to go onto their show. And I'd still like to reach out to the mug investors and find out what's going on with those two guys. They've kind of been quiet a little bit on Twitter. At least I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff from them. So curious to see where that's going. And it's funny because Twitter is pretty selective about who they let you see and who they don't, even though you follow them. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their algorithms of determining what you want to see, and so they give you the content that they think you want to see. And
that just answered it all for me. Thank you.
It's just irritating.
I was clueless this whole time. Why am I only seeing? How come I'm not seeing this person? How come I'm not? If I switch between accounts, like my account and your and Crypto Campfire account and Crypto Feel Good account, if I switch between all those accounts, the content I see is different in every situation, even though the people we follow are the same.
Right. Yeah.
It uses crazy
metrics to determine what you want to see, like people that you engage with more often, and the recency of the post and how many engagements the post got and how closely the post relates to stuff that you like. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and it gets kind of annoying though. Like you say, sometimes you miss out a lot of good stuff just because
you do.
But that's the downside. We follow a lot of people because we don't feel like we want to exclude many people. We like to have both directions when it comes to conversing or interacting with people on Twitter, because it's not about you just like seeing what we're posting. What good is that? That's an echo chamber, of
exactly.
And nothing. We want to talk to everybody and go both ways. So we follow a lot of people to try and see what people are talking about and engage in things like that. But when you follow a lot of people, there's so much content that Twitter has to find a way to distribute a certain amount of it to you without you scrolling through everything.
So then, okay, that brings up a question to me then. Jem, the other day, made a tweet and said, how do you guys follow more than 300 people? I don't understand. And I responded to the tweet and I said, well, if that were the case and we didn't follow more than a couple hundred people, how would people get followers?
There's this perception out there that if you have a lot of followers and you also follow a lot of people, that you're just following people to get follow backs and that you're not really. And so, they feel like their account status is not as high if they have 10,000 followers and they follow 10,000 people as it is if they have 10,000 followers and they only follow like 400. Because
whatever, people don't like me because I drive a Ford Fiesta. I don't give a shit. Are you kidding me? Whatever. God, that's so weak. If that's the case, that is so weak. How can you even sleep with yourself at night? Come on, people, wake up. I mean, these people put you on a pedestal for a reason. You need to put them on the fucking pedestal, not you. I'm sorry. Whatever. That's my thought, not yours.
Yeah, that's why I follow like 1,000 people. I'm almost like 700 or 800, something like that. I follow a lot of people, but
I need to follow more. I definitely do.
Put out good content, or that I
find,
right,
exactly.
Even if I don't get to see everything, like I don't have time to sit there on Twitter and scroll all day anyway. So if I followed 10 people, I still wouldn't see everything they put out. So why not follow as many people as I can who actually put out good content? And then in that 10 minutes that I do have to look through Twitter, I'll see a whole bunch of good content from a whole bunch of different people. And if I see different people this day, then I see the next day, great. It sucks.
But here,
sometimes you miss people that you really want to see their stuff and you feel bad, but you only got so many hours in the day that you can scroll through Twitter.
Exactly. So let me let you guys in on a little secret. I don't know. You might know it. You might not, but the secret is this. If you have 10,000 people that follow you, but you only follow, I don't know, a couple hundred, and you got this guy that throws out a tweet, his tweet or is only going to reach a couple hundred people. Why? Because all of you people with large numbers aren't following them. And if they put out positive content, do we not want it to get to the masses? Do we not want to spread that content? I don't want you to spread the content that I put out because of me. I want you to put the content out because of the message. Right?
Absolutely.
So if you believe, here's my stance, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you believe in something, or if you like what somebody says, you usually like it. If you believe what somebody says, you should be retweeting it. Why? I don't understand this big reservation for throwing out retweets. I really don't. And especially if it's positive, informative information. I don't get it.
It's another thing that, what was his name? Crypto Stratton, I think. I haven't seen this guy on Twitter in a long time. This is from back like late 2017 or early 2018. I don't really recall a whole lot. I think he and I were talking, and he didn't have a lot of followers, and then he started doing some writing a little bit.
Okay.
And that got him a bunch of followers. And yeah, there was like 2 or 3 different times he posted a poll asking if he should retweet stuff more or less. And I kind of forgot about this until you started talking about retweets. And it was interesting. Some of the responses, there was a lot of people that were like, yeah, keep retweeting. We like to see it. But then there was a lot of people that were like, no, don't retweet a bunch of shit because I hate getting notified for retweets. And so, I don't know. I don't know if people will unfollow people if they retweet a bunch. I don't know. It seems like on days that I retweet a whole bunch of shit, my follower counts go down, which I don't care because I still retweet it because,
right.
I'm my account.
Maybe I look at
there to collect followers. My account is there.
Oh,
if I have
spread
something
information,
say, or if I see something that, like you say, that you believe in, spread it. We're all here trying to do a thing. We're trying to be a community. And if you're not engaging and you're not sharing information or sharing content, what's the point? Why are you here?
Exactly.
Yep.
That's in my mind, the purpose of Twitter is not to build my account. The purpose of Twitter is to build a network of people that allows the passage of information from one to the many.
Exactly. And
to me, that is the reason for Twitter. What's that?
So then the network goes both directions.
Yes, it's funny how that works.
Funny how that
works. Yeah. So on that note, guys, we don't want to bore you any longer. So, that being said, we got down this little rabbit hole. You guys have a great evening. We love you guys. We love the community. We love the support that we get from you guys. We enjoy the positivity that we get back. Paying it forward has something to be said. And when you can actually do that one day, if you're not already, you'll see what we're saying. So guys, pay it forward. Heed the good messages that come your way, pass them along, follow the Campfire, spread us out to your friends. If you like our content, if you like what we put out, we plan to keep bringing it to you, keep giving it to you in a positive way and bringing you all kinds of this entertainment because I enjoy it. And I believe you guys do. Obviously, from the amount of followers we've gained, we got a lot of people that enjoy it. And it's usually for a reason. So that being said, you guys have a great evening.
Take it easy.
Peace.